Nadia, you can press the button to turn the microphone. And I'm going to ask the audience to please be respectful of Nadia and to keep quiet while she's speaking, and then after, so we can hear the rest of the speakers. Thank you. Nadia, you can start when you're ready.
Thank you. Good evening, Beaverton School Board members. I want to say hello to Thessia and Safa. My name is Nadia Hassan. Many of you know me as a Beaverton City Councilor, but I am providing testimony as just me, myself, and I, a parent and community leader, to thank the outgoing members who have served on the school board. I want to offer a special dedication to the outgoing woman of color. 4 years ago, you said yes. You bravely and courageously wanted to run for school board to make a difference, and today is your last meeting. This is a moment that deserves recognition. Building strong, equitable, and inclusive systems is hard work, and it has to happen in collaboration with many others. As a woman of color who sits in communities who are dehumanized, I feel compelled to honor my colleagues who do the same. We are moving in systems that are not created for us. We are sitting at tables that were designed to exclude us. Even now, we are in conversations that attempt to silence our community's voices. As a Muslim woman, as a woman of color, I see you, I honor you. Thank you for your courage to run for office, and thank you for consistently standing on the side of justice when you've been able to. Thank you.
Closer to the front, so we're ready to go. Welcome. You can start when you're ready.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Zara Baloch. Thank you for giving me a moment to talk. I am here to express my concern regarding the importance of protecting freedom of speech within our schools, particularly as it relates to advocating for human rights and justice. Board members have the right to speak out for the freedom of the Palestinian people. Standing against genocide is not anti-Semitism. Supporting the resilience and strength of the Palestinians in the face of oppression.
Time for a second. I'm going to ask you to let her speak, please. We can't hear if there's noise in the background. Thank you.
Supporting the resilience and strength of Palestinians in the face of oppression is a moral imperative. Mislabeling pro-Palestinian advocacy as anti-Semitic undermines everyone's right to speak out against injustice. I urge the board to uphold the values of free expression and ensure that all voices speaking out against oppression and injustice are protected and respected. Thank you.
You can start when you're ready.
Hi, my name is Asaf Mebrag. Thanks for having me. I have a daughter here in the district in Sunset High School, and two of my other sons graduated from here. I just want to start by saying that as I walked here tonight, I saw the beautiful, peaceful pro-Palestinian protest outside. People exercising their right for free speech. They stood there freely without fear for their safety, without worrying that someone might throw a Molotov cocktail at them. That is a privilege I and my family and my community has never had, will never have. To have an Israeli gathering here, we need forces of police that nobody can afford to allocate. We just come from a weekend in which a peaceful protest to release hostages was met with Molotov cocktail. But I want to speak also about the point of free speech. This isn't about free speech. It's about accountability. Free speech, as you all know, protects you from the government, not from consequences when your words harm the safety or dignity of others, especially students. We're talking about children. And this is a deeply controversial and emotionally charged issue. Our community includes here, as you can see, Jewish and Israeli families, as well as Arab, Muslim, Palestinian families. We live alongside one another in the same schools, in the same neighborhoods, and friendships. And we carry with us the lived trauma of war, all of us. For us, Arabs and Jews alike, this is not an intellectual exercise or an online debate. It's a generational grief. It is personal. That's why it's so dangerous when nuance is lost, when painful stories are reduced to slogans, and political narratives are treated as moral absolute. That's when one child identity becomes another's target.
Thank you, Asaf. You can say your full written statement so so that we can read it, since you didn't get to say all of what you needed to say. Thank you. Our next speaker is Penelope.
You can start. I'm a parent of 2 children who have attended the Beaverton School District. I am concerned about the attacks on free speech. I am also I don't know how the children of Beaverton are supposed to respect, much less feel safe around adults who can't speak out against a genocide where tens of thousands of children, are being murdered. And for someone to be retaliated against for speaking out against that is crazy to me. It has been 77 years of terrorism against the Palestinian people. And that's just a fact. Excuse me, we will need to stop the meeting.
Stop it!
Colonialism is a racist act. It's a bigoted act. The United States, whether it's happening in the United States, whether it happens in India or South America or anywhere, colonialism is a racist and bigoted and act.
Pardon me. We will allow people to make their comments. We will hear everyone's comments, and then we will move on. I respect this is a very energizing topic, but if we're going to have a process that is fair, everyone needs to allow people to speak. Am I understood? Thank you.
Thank you. You may continue. Sorry, my thoughts are not collected very well. I didn't expect to speak here tonight, but you guys, the children are looking at you and what you're doing, and they're seeing what you're saying, and they're seeing what you're not saying. And at this moment in time, we are watching a live stream genocide, and everyone who wants to can see it. This is the Holocaust of our time. Watching children be murdered, this is just ridiculous, and our tax dollars are paying for
We're
this.
gonna stop because it's not being respectful of those that are speaking. And so if this continues, we will have to stop the meeting. And recess the meeting and continue. We have 9 minutes or 9 minutes.
I just expect that you respect the teachers and everyone else is in the district free speech.
Back in April, my mom shared a petition at the school board meeting asking for help to make schools safer. Over 1,000 people signed it, and the petition is still going because we want to make sure the district listens and does something about it. No one from the district has talked to us yet. We're not going to stop until we get a real answer. I'm here tonight for myself and for all the kids who feel scared at school. Because I know other kids at school are going through the same things. A boy in my class hurt me a few months ago, and it scared me. I moved to a new class in April, but I still don't feel completely safe. I asked for the teacher I trust, but I didn't get him. I was told I was moved not because I was unsafe, because of, quote, undue stress in the community, end quote. And I don't really understand what that means. Some people say the boy who hurt me is nice and that it was an accident. I don't feel like it was an accident. And even if other people think that, I still felt and I still feel scared. He's not just in my class sometimes, he's around me at recess too. When he's close to me, I feel like I can't breathe. My chest gets tight and my stomach hurts. Just like when I had pneumonia. I had to use an inhaler back then, and it feels like I need to use it again when he's close to me. I've also seen him use his fist like he's going to hit, and I think that makes other kids scared, and they back away from him.
Thank you, Brinley.
Hello, school board members. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Shea, and I'm a parent of one of the children about to attend Beaverton School. I'm here. I'm not Israeli. I'm not Palestinian. I'm not Muslim. I'm not Jewish. But I'm a taxpayer, and I'm a person of conscience. As a person of conscience, I would like to call a genocide a genocide. And as a taxpayer, I would like my money to be used responsibly, and having an unnecessary impediment of free speech is not a good use of taxpayers' money. And sadly, I find what is going on in Beaverton to be a microcosm of what's going on at the federal level with the Trumpian political attacks. As you can see, a big institution like Harvard is no match for the forces against free speech. And it's sad that a similar thing is happening here, where someone who can call a spade is being penalized. As a taxpayer, I would like that to not happen, because my tax money is already going to bomb innocent children. I would like my tax money to also not put a muzzle on anyone calling against it. Thank you for this opportunity.
Noam, you come on up. And if people continue to interrupt, we don't want to stop. We actually want to hear your process and allow people to speak. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. I want to speak as a student on behalf of students that I know. And honestly, over the past few years, alienation, ostracization, and discrimination, those are the words I would use to describe what it feels like to be a Jewish student in today's environment. Words that are a result of personal experiences and the experiences of my friends. Stories marked by blatant anti-Semitism and hatred directed to us for simply being who we are. I no longer feel safe in my own school. Those are words that should never be uttered by any kid, ever, period. It stems from a series of disturbing anecdotes within the Beaverton School District of non-Jewish students being shunned by their peers for befriending Jews or Israelis, of students being told Hitler should have finished the job after classmates learned they're Israeli. Someone telling me we had it coming just a few days after October 7th, and swastikas being etched in the bathroom. These acts are so frequent that many of us no longer bother reporting them. They feel normal. My friend told me that standing up against anti-Semites almost feels pointless now. No matter what you say or do, you're always a minority. I just ignore it and hope the discrimination passes. That should not be what we have to deal with. As Jewish students and those who support us, we often feel we must be cautious of who we trust. We feel as if our voices matter less and our safety is more negotiable. We feel these things because of the blatant, unchecked anti-Semitism masked as ivory tower ideology of justice. While under a different guise, the effects of discrimination are still the same for us Jews. Fear, isolation, and the feeling that our identity makes us targets.
Thank you. Mom, you can send us the rest of your speech.
Hi. First of all, this is all very intimidating. Even as an adult, I can only imagine what the students and the children are going through, even walking through. This is a lot. First of all, thank you so much for having us. I have 3 kids across 3 schools in the Beaverton School District, and I've lived in Oregon for 22 years. And I've always loved Beaverton because it reminded me of my hometown. I lived in the Hudson River Valley for the Willamette River Valley. Most of us where I grew up were first or second generation immigrants who came to America to escape poverty, famine, war, and oppression. We use words like the old country, and most of our families arrived here with little more than the clothes on their back and the knowledge that upward mobility was possible in America. And while our parents' social groups were reflections of their cultural groups, public school was where all of us kids were able to melt together, seamlessly going from Rosh Hashanah to the San Gennaro Festival to their celebration of Ashura. We were privileged to get to know people that we wouldn't have been able to talk to in the old country, and it was never lost on us. So Radha Iyengar, a Hindu, an Indian Hindu, could hang out with Shaheen Ahmed, a Pakistani Muslim, and Jugadashi, a Turkish Muslim, could carpool with Sean O'Neary, our very flaming gay yet devout Catholic. And when Greek Magda started dating Israeli Pe'er Klein, nobody batted an eye, because we had Jews and Muslims of all flavors, and Irish, Italians, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubanos, and Russians, and name the country, we had them. And I remember on one night our parents said, only here in America aren't we lucky to be able to talk to people that we could never talk to before. And now I'm running out of time, so I'm gonna skip to the end. Don't take this away from our children. Don't insert a war that we can't do anything about into our classrooms and alienate our students and prevent them from talking to each other and getting to know each other. It's wrong. And resharing Instagram reels isn't going to stop what's happening there, but we can help our children feel safe in their classrooms.
Hi, thanks for having me. My name is Julia. I'm Jewish. I'm from Portland and a proud product of Oregon Public Schools. I'm here in support of free speech and in support of fact-based educational environments. There have been some incredibly difficult happenings in our public schools with students and teachers and board members being vilified for sharing information about Palestine that is factual and consistent with findings from leading human rights organizations. Many who proudly declare Black Lives Matter support teaching and learning about U.S. injustices, slavery, indigenous genocide, Japanese internment, now resist applying that same lens to Palestine. Why? Do credible sources suddenly become untrustworthy when they speak out for Palestine? Here is just a short list. Doctors Without Borders, Save the Children, International Rescue Committee, Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, World Health Organization, the International Criminal Court, the International Court of Justice, the United Nations, World Central Kitchen. They've all named what's happening. War crimes, occupation, apartheid, plausible genocide. This is not abstract. The U.S. is sending another $8.8 billion to Israel, a total of $31 billion of our tax dollars in military spending over the last 2 years. Being critical, calling for human rights is not anti-Semitic.